Hi everybody, it's Miss Kathy back at the DCU. We're here with Miss Kennedy and Miss Gracie, and they're two of our troop members and assistants today, both Lockhart Junior High students, one 8th grade, one 7th grade. We are going to do a stretching video for you. It can be used in dance or gymnastics. So we're going to start with some sitting stretches. We're going to go on to some split stretches and then some wall stretches. So we're going to get going, and I hope you guys enjoy this stretching tutorial. Okay, we're going to start in butterfly, sitting up nice and tall. Make sure there's no wrinkles in their body. Okay, they're going to hold on to their ankles. We talked about wrinkles. Wrinkles is when they're slouched and you're just kind of sitting all crunched up. So we're not going to bunch up. We're going to de-wrinkle and sit up nice and straight. So they're going to inhale, take a deep breath in, and they're going to stretch their hands as far out as they can in their butterfly. They're just going to hold that for a second, and then they're going to come back up, sitting up nice and tall. When you sit back up, you want to roll up and get rid of those wrinkles. Flap your wings, get your wings going, loosen up those hips. So they want to flap those wings, bounce those hips. And then inhale, take a deep breath in, and blow it out and reach all the way forward, heads down. And then just hold that stretch. And roll and sit back up. Good. They're going to take their nose to their right knee. And sit up. And they're going to take their nose to their left knee. Do you have an extra clip in your hair, Kennedy? Mm-hmm. Can you take it out and give it to Gracie, please? Hold on, we're putting a clip in. There we go. We good? Yes. Okay, over to the left knee. And sit up. Okay, so basically if I say left, they're going to go to the right first, which is your left. If I say right, they're going to go to the opposite, okay? So that you're mirroring them, okay? So one more time, sitting up nice and tall. Going to your right knee first. And sit up, nice and tall. And the left knee. And sit up. One more time, inhale. Take a deep breath, exhale and slide it forward and hold that stretch. And roll and sit up. You can take your right hand, put it on your knee, and press it down and look away. You can take your other hand off to the side like Kennedy, yep. And push that knee down. And then you can switch sides and push. And come back to center. And stretch your legs out in a pike. Good, flex your toes up. And stretch them out. Sit up nice and tall. You can put your fingers out or you can put your arms straight by your side, but you don't want to put weight on your hands. Okay, Gracie, I'm going to have you put yours out. There we go. Flex them up and go into beautiful toe point. Point those feet as hard as you can. And flex them up. Fingertips, Gracie. There you go. Sit up tall spine, no wrinkles. And point. Flex them up. Flex them harder. Yes. And point. Good. You're going to take your hands to your knees, to your ankles, to your toes, the tops of your toes, and come back up. Hands to the knees, ankles, toes, head down, and come back up. This time, we're going to put our hands on the floor. You're going to take a deep inhale. Watch Gracie. She's going to inhale, she's going to exhale, and she's going to slide her hands all the way past her feet with her head down. And then she's going to roll back up. Inhale. Exhale. And blow it out and reach past the feet, head down. Okay, and come up. Kennedy is going to do it a little bit different because she's a little tight in her hamstrings. She's going to inhale, exhale, and she's going to push her ribs forward and stay right there, holding that stretch. And come back up. Inhale, exhale, and push the ribs. and come back up. Flex your feet. Reach over and grab your toes. Hold on to that stretch. And see if you can put your shoulders down and push your ribs forward. Gracie, because she's flexible, is going to bend her elbows and try to touch her elbows to her shin bones. If that's easy, she's going to try to touch her elbows to the floor. Woo! Look at you, Gracie. We all want to be that flexible. Flex those feet. Hold on to that stretch, Kennedy. Reach over for those feet. And sit up. One last time, point those toes pencil sharp. This is a pike stretch. You're going to inhale and slide your hands as far as you can on the floor, both of you. Heads are down. Keep your legs squeezed together. Heels together. And sit up. Good. Now we're going to go into a straddle. So Gracie's going to move up a little bit and Kennedy's going to move back. You're going to open your legs really, really wide as you can. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Put your arms in the letter T. You're going to turn. Yep. Put your hands down on the floor. And you're going to slide them out past your foot. And hold that stretch. You want to make sure that your toes stay pointed and your knees stay facing the ceiling. Point your feet, Kennedy. Get focused, please. And roll up. Make the letter T. Turn. Put your hands down. Inhale. Exhale. And slide out. Hold that stretch. And roll and sit up. Down the middle. Hands on the floor. Inhale. Exhale. And slide out as far as you can. Keeping your knees straight and your toes pointed. Stretch your right ankle a little bit more. Point those feet as hard as you can. Stretch all those toes down. Your left toe, Gracie. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. And come up. Good. Don't forget to smile, ladies. This time we're going to go down on our elbows. Just our elbows down. And we're going to push our ribs towards the floor. Flex up your feet. Flex them super hard. If it goes out again, just leave it. Flex, 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 flex. Try to pull your heels up. Flex those feet harder. Pushing the back of the knee towards the floor. Good. Now sit up. Keep your feet flexed. Reach for your toes and grab them. Good. Now put your hands on the floor. Slide them out towards your feet and turn your head to one side or put your head on the floor. Okay, and you want to keep your knees nice and straight. Only go as far as you can. No bouncing. And keep your legs straight. You don't want to bend your knees. If your knees are bending, you want to sit up a little bit taller. Okay, and our toes want to stay up, not on the floor. And sit up. This time we're going to point our toes, pencil sharp. Okay, and this time we're going to slide our hands forward as far as we can. Keeping your toes up. Don't let them flip forward. Flip your foot forward. Don't turn in and sickle that foot. Keep your feet rolled out. And slide all the way forward. Go. Bless you. Yes. And put your head down. You can either look up like Gracie's doing, trying to look up and get your ribs down, or you can put your head down like Kennedy. And then sit up. And shake out your legs. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, the next stretch we're going to do is we're going to get on our knees. We're going to start on our right knee. Can you do that? Okay. Kennedy can't do this leg because she just had knee surgery, so she's going to wait. Okay, so you're going to be on your right knee. You're going to have your left leg stretched in front, and you want your hips square. Okay, so actually, let's start on both knees. So we're going to start on both knees in a kneeling up position. Move over in the middle. Kennedy, don't play. You're going to take your right leg and put it in front. You're going to get your hips nice and square. She's going to reach her hands towards the floor, and she's going to hold a stretch. The main thing is we want to make sure that she's not twisted and that her hips stay square. If that's easy to do, you're going to reach your hands a little bit further to your foot, but you want to make sure that you stay square and that you don't let your hips twist out. This knee wants to stay straight. If that's easy, you're going to put your head down and hold that stretch. This is called a kneeling split. Kneeling split. Okay, so we're going to show you that from the side. So she's going to turn and face this way on both knees. She's going to take one foot. Can you hit that, Azalea? One foot. And she's going to bend over and reach for the floor. She's going to keep her hips square. This is a kneeling split. Then she's going to bend her hips forward. This is called a kneeling lunge. So right now, get her back tall. She's stretching the hip flexor. And you just want to push into that position. You don't want to bounce. Then she's going to straighten back out, flex her foot, and hold that stretch. Okay, so this is a kneeling split into a kneeling lunge. Kneeling split. Okay, and she's flexible, so she's going to reach a little further. Hips are square. And then she's going to go back into her kneeling lunge. Now, another way to stretch this hip is to leave her left hand where it is. Take her arm up and just tilt away from that hip. That gives a greater stretch in that hip flexor. And then she puts it back down. Okay, we're going to try the other side. So back on your knees. Facing forward. We're going to do this leg now, right? She's going to put her other leg out in front. Nice and square. Don't slide it out too far. You don't want it to go way out like this. You want to make sure that your hips are right on top of your knee. She's going to take her hands and put them towards the floor with her back straight. And you're just going to hold that stretch. And then she's going to bend that knee in her kneeling lunge. Back straight, hips square. She wants her back leg under. And straighten out. And lunge forward, kneeling lunge to kneeling split. Flex that foot. If you flex that foot, it's going to give you a greater stretch. We want to make sure this knee stays pushed down. Okay, and come on up. Thank you, Gracie. The next thing we're going to do is a wall stretch. Okay, Kennedy, you can come back. Kennedy's going to go grab a yoga block to put under her knee where she had surgery. Gracie, can you move over a little bit? Okay, we're going to start with our, it'll be your right knee against the wall. You're going to kneel and put your knee right up against the wall. Your foot is going to be directly on top of your knee. Then you're going to lunge forward and make sure that your front foot is out a little bit in front of your knee. Okay, you don't want your knee out in front of your heel. So you want your front heel out in front of the knee. If the knee is out in front of the heel, you're going to put pressure on this tendon, and we don't want that. So make sure that your foot is out far enough. And all you're going to do, look straight, Gracie, is just push your hips forward. Make sure that this foot stays straight up in the back, and it doesn't twist to one side or the other. Is that your tighter side? Okay, eyes are up. And then we're going to push back and straighten that knee. Flex up that foot. Make sure that knee is straight. Keep your hands on the floor. Can you stay square, Kennedy? Your knee?
Got it.
Okay. Good, Gracie. And lunge forward again. Gracie's going to slide her foot out a little bit further, and so is Kennedy, staying up nice and tall. Okay, Kennedy's much tighter. We're going to work on that. Gracie's a little bit more flexible, actually a lot more flexible. But this one stretch will help get their splits. You're going to keep your right hand, for you guys, it's your left hand on the floor. You're going to pick your right arm up, and you're going to lean over to the side. And that's going to give a greater stretch in that hip flexor. And put it back down. Okay, we're going to watch Gracie for the rest of this. Okay. You want to come out, Kennedy?
Yeah.
This is hurting her knee. She's going to come out. Okay, just stand right over here, please. Okay, and Gracie's going to move that foot out a little further. She's going to bend her knee and keep pushing that hip down. Hip down, hip down, hip down. She's going to go a little further. She's going to come back and straighten out that knee and just hold that stretch with the flex foot, keeping her hips more square. She's going to push forward again, sliding out a little further till eventually she lands right into her split. Yep, sit in it. And she's sitting in the middle of that split right now. How's that feel? Tight?
Yes.
Okay. Got a little tighter? Or is this not your loose side?
This is not my side.
Okay, so she's up nice and tall. And she can twist a little bit, and it'll give a little bit of a more of a stretch. Just give it more stretch in that hip. So when she does that, it gives her more stretch in that hip. And then she's going to come out, shake out her legs. Ooh, how are you going to get out? Ooh, ooh, ooh. She's going to shake out those legs. And then we're going to try the other side. Okay, so other leg up. Kennedy's going to do this side too. Okay, hips are square. Make sure that your foot, move that out a little bit, is out in front of your knee, that your foot is directly in front of your hip bone, and your back leg is straight up. Try to get your hips more square, Gracie. Yes. Okay, and get that knee straight ahead. Yep. Hands are flat on the floor. And right now we're in a lunge, a kneeling lunge position, and trust me, they're going to feel it in their thigh because it's really going to stretch right here. And then they're going to straighten out their front leg. Move that foot out a little further and lunge forward. Your backs are tall. They're going to keep their left hand on the floor. They're going to lift their, they're going to keep their right hand on the floor, your right hand. You're going to lift up your left and you're going to stretch over. And that's going to give a greater stretch in that hip. And then put it back down. Also, let's try a little bit of a twist. You feel the stretch? When you do a twist of your body, your upper shoulders,
Pushes your hip down.
okay, it makes your hip go forward more and it gives a greater stretch on that back leg, the quad and the hip flexor. Okay, and then they're going to move that foot out a little further. Lunging forward, bending that knee, squaring up and looking straight ahead. Tall backs. Now they're going to straighten out and flex their front foot. Make sure that you keep your knees straight. You want to push the back of the knee towards the floor and really flex up that foot. That's going to give us a longer stretch in that hamstring. They're going to lunge forward one more time. And then they're going to try to slide in their split, keeping their back knee under. They only slide as far as they can, keeping up, up. Okay, they don't go further. If their foot starts to slide off that wall, they've gone too far. And they're just going to hold that position. Okay, parents, you can hold this one foot if you need to. And they're going to sit in that split. Gracie, sit in it. And Gracie's going to take her arms into an L. L. Hello. Hello. She knew what I meant. Opposite arm. Hold that stretch. Get your back tall. Good. She's going to put her hands back on the floor. Kennedy, come on out. She's going to walk back a little bit and arch back. Then she's going to sit back up. She's going to slide her hands all the way out over that leg. These are different ways that you can stretch that split. Then she's going to come back up. She's going to take her right hand over. Oh, sorry. This is your right, sorry. Over here. And she's going to take this one back to her leg. Okay, so basically, can you hold your front knee? So, and push up on it. So she's twisting. How's that feel?
Good.
Yep, she's twisting and she's getting a stretch. And she's going to go back to the middle. And then she's going to come off the wall. Okay, shake out your legs. Okay, and she's going to slide into her right side split, so she's going to get ready to go. She's going to slide. Actually, let's face this way. That's fine. She's going to go all the way down in her split, nice and square, back tall. Okay, a lot of teachers want this back leg rolled under to get that hip nice and square. Some teachers prefer that it be opened to elongate that line, but not, just turn it out slightly. Just turning it out slightly, okay? But right now we're working with it under. Put it under, roll it. We want it nice and square. Sitting up nice and tall. And when she does that arch, she walks her hands backwards. She arches back. And then she comes forward and she can slide forward. And another thing they can do, they can hold on to that foot, roll, keeping the legs straight, and pull it right to the shoulders. Okay? She's going to try to hold this foot. Get this arm through. And we call this bow and arrow. 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 Straight. Arrow. Point. Okay, stretch that arrow. Stretch. Yep. She really wants to get that foot down. And so this is the bow, and that's the arrow. Okay? Then she's going to roll back on top of it. Roll. Hold it. And come up. And we are done with stretching for today. So stand up. Thank you, Miss Kennedy. And thank you, Miss Gracie. Thanks for being with our stretching, and we'll see you at one of our next tutorials.
Bye.